Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. And before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Today's video is going to be my February reading wrap up. February was a slow reading month for me. This year has been a very slow reading year so far, but I read 5 books in the month of February. So this video is probably going to be very, very short. But I read 4 out of the 5 books in vlogs. By the time you are seeing this, I think most of the vlogs will be out. But definitely keep an eye out on my channel and go watch my other videos if you haven't already, if you want to know more details of my thoughts more in detail of these books. Did that make any sense? Anyways, I'm just going to dive right in and start talking about the books, what I thought of them, and let's get into it. So I read an arc of On Screen and Off Again by Caitlin Cross. I read this after it came out, so it is already out. But I enjoyed this one. I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought it was a good concept, and I enjoyed her characters, but just this thing with the, her ex-stepmother shows up and she's a horrible person, and I just thought that storyline was completely unnecessary. But basically, this is a contemporary romance following 2 people who were friends when they were younger, and then they even dated, but then they went their separate ways, and they are both actors, and he is getting to be the lead in a new movie, and so they are trying to find someone that, like, works well with him to be the main female character in the movie. And he's like, I know the person, and he thinks of her. And of course, they haven't spoken in many, many years. But then she ends up getting arrested, and her one phone call is him. And so they end up back in each other's lives, and that is how the book starts off. And I recommend if you are interested, but for me, it was a 3.5 star, which is not bad by any means, but it was not an all-time favorite. I also read Play With Me by Becca Mack. This is book 2 in the Playing for Keeps series. I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was so, so good. This book follows Jenny and Garrett, and we saw a bit of them, like glimpses of them in the first book, and I loved this book. This is a, like, they don't get along at first, but then they become friends with benefits, and then things develop into more. It's a secret relationship because her brother is his best friend and teammate, and so he doesn't know and that they are involved. And of course, when he finds out, that's not going to be a thing he takes lightly. But I enjoyed this book. It was so cute and so sweet and wholesome, and I really love these characters. Jenny and Garrett are amazing, and their chemistry was incredible. I highly, highly recommend this book and this series. So if you're looking for a good contemporary hockey romance, I recommend this one. I also read Allegiant by Veronica Roth. This is the 3rd and final book in the Divergent trilogy, which is a YA dystopian sci-fi. I gave this one 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought the beginning of it was a little slow to start, but then it got really good and I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend this series. I know a lot of people don't like this book in particular and something that happens near the end. Personally, that thing, I was shocked. It was a very shocking thing for me, but I didn't hate it like I know a lot of people did. But I would highly recommend this series. It is so good, and I just really love these characters so much. And I don't want to say too much because it is the 3rd book, and I do talk about it more in a reading vlog. And I also read Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I read this as a buddy read with Brooklyn and Chrissy. I will link their channels down below. I read this in a reading vlog collab we did, and so definitely go check out that video. And this is a YA romantasy And it's basically where our main female character, Peyton, she is selected at random to be in these trials. And it's like a competition and to the death. But I don't know, it's not, you don't have to die. You can like surrender, but that's considered like bad if you do. And our main male character is the prince, and he is trying to become an enforcer, which is like, part of like the guards, the security, like going around and enforcing the law. And they don't get along at first, but he is very charming and cocky, and yeah, and they have amazing banter at first, but in my opinion, things go downhill. And even the beginning, I wasn't loving. This book, for me, it was a miss. I gave it 3 stars. I know a lot of people love it, but for me, it just wasn't it. Again, if you want to hear more thoughts and more details about my thoughts, you can go check out my reading vlog. I will try and remember to link it down below. Otherwise, it is on my channel a couple videos back. And the last book I read in February was Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. I really enjoyed this book. I love Sophie Lark's writing. This one I ended up giving 4.5 stars. It is my least favorite of the books I've read by this author previously, but I still really enjoyed it. This is a second chance romance. It is... this isn't a spoiler, it's a trope, but I know some people consider it a spoiler, so just skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to know. But it is accidental pregnancy and secret baby. Okay, and the book it is a mafia book. This is part of the Brutal Birthright series. It is book number 4, and this is a mafia romance series. So basically, she is the daughter of this like wealthy businessman, and she was in the car when our main male character stole the car, and he is the son of the Italian mafia. I think it's Italian. And they end up, liking each other right away. They start something, and then time jump 9 years later. They haven't spoken in all those years, and then they meet up, and it is just really good. I really enjoyed it. I just felt like it was kind of a little short, and I didn't feel like a lot happened. I feel like if it was like another 50 pages and there could have been more intense scenes, I think I would have liked it more. But 4.5 stars, I still really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend this series. That is going to be it for this video. Those are the 5 books I read in the month of February. Let me know if you've read any of these or if they're on your TBR. If you don't feel like commenting any of that, you can leave me what emoji? How about any yellow emoji? And before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.